Boom, going live. All right. We're double live on YouTube. We're live on Twitter. We're going to get into some charting and trading. I do have my live positions pulled up at the bottom right, or if you're on the vertical stream below me. We'll see how that plays out today. We'll see how that goes if you guys like it. Where to go with this? It's Wednesday, and I know a lot of you are tuning in, and you're sad because I did not clickbait you as we do on Wednesdays. I don't think it's a day for clickbait. A lot of other channels posting doom, posting mostly just doom, not really moon. But guys, this chart hasn't gone anywhere. It's not the rally that I was hoping for. I was hoping for a ripper right out the gate into Q3 in the second half of this year. But at the moment, we're just kind of chilling, not doing too much. Hanging out just above the quarterly level at 58.8. Maybe really quick, I can just pull these up. For those of you who didn't tune in Wednesday or couldn't pay attention because Lord knows that stream was hard to watch with the connection cutting out. 6-month close, beautiful, at all-time high. Let's go. Every other time this has happened, Bitcoin has gone on in the next 6 months to make a ripping move to the upside. So fingers crossed there. Quarterly, great closes well above our 2021 resistance at 58, 59K. This candle looking a little droopy, but you can see here not invalidating or not breaking below the last quarter yet. If that happens, we're going to have to look for further downside targets. At the moment, though, nothing has changed, just sentiment, it seems again. Quarterly close was good. In fact, it was the highest red monthly close since, man, maybe forever. Maybe it was the highest red monthly close ever. That's kind of wild. Puts that into some different perspective. Monthly, same deal. If we follow the pattern that we've seen over the last 4 months, likely seeing a retest of 67.5 just to paint out that barcode pattern that we've been seeing evolve here. So not a lot going on. Go down to the week. This is much faster than usual. I'm liking it. Last week's close was beautiful. Was a beautiful candle. This bottom wick looking very similar to the end of April here. The candle did close red, but did not break May's lows, and it even managed to close above our support locally from May, about 61.4, the price we're hanging out at right now. I don't love this slightly higher high this week, though if we look back again to May, kind of similar here. We have a long bottom wick. We have a higher high in the next week that gets sold off, but doesn't invalidate May's low. So let's cross our fingers and hope that's what we're seeing here. Indicators, let's see, MACD, selling momentum, man, still increasing, not what I want to see. Market cipher B, not a lot going on there. Money flow coming down with momentum. VWAP giving us a little shine of hopium there, that it's looking to reach back to that zero line, but I don't see anything super compelling. I don't see anything super compelling. The bull market support band, which so many of you are fans of now, I love it, is right about where we're at. We're opened in the middle of the 21 EMA and the 20 MA, and now we're hanging out here. A close below the bull market support band at 61.3 will be not great. That's right at our level from the week. There's going to be maybe some reason to expect further downside on a close below 61.3 this week. Looking back, though, in this bull run, remember, guys, people keep talking about when will the bull run start. The bull run started back here. Started back in November of 22. We have not seen anything other than a bull market since then. It's easy to lose sight of that as we're now at over 100 days of sideways in this range. It's very boring. In fact, I said this a while ago, looking really similar to last summer. Really similar to last summer. I wouldn't be surprised if we do end up trading sideways under this band before popping up maybe into Q4, but it's way too early to tell that. Historically, Bitcoin summers have been brutally boring and brutally slow. Everyone seems to be in that mindset of that's what's going to happen this year. And it's harder and harder to accept that for me. Typically, when all of your favorite influencers or chart people are looking or calling for the same thing, even if maybe that was going to happen, it tends not to then. So the more and more people getting on this train of sideways summer, I think the less probable it is. So far, they're right. I'll concede that. So far, they're correct. Let's take a look at, look at our moving averages. Last week's close, not favorable. Even the week before, closing below the 20. We have not done that since all the way back in August. It's weird. The more we look at this chart, the more it looks like summer of last year. Maybe it's just deja vu. Hopefully it's just deja vu. Little Ichimoku cloud showing us some support down here at the Kaijun 56.3. Not a bad target if we do see this month continue to sell off. I'll share my live trades more in depth with you. I have them down here, but I'll share more in depth with you and go over what I've done. And you'll find that that 56.3 value is in my cards, is in my limit orders. Let's look at the day, do some low time frames, and then I don't know, man, we'll figure it out as we go. On the day, Market Cipher B gave us our beautiful green dot, but it has not seemingly played out yet, though price has not gone lower than the 27th of June. Not a lot of upside action, kind of a muted high. It is a higher high. However, this wick here today giving us a lower low from June, and that's not building a confident uptrend. This higher high, if it had held maybe at 61.8, saw a bounce, a break of 63, whatever, that would then be a higher low, higher high scenario, which would suggest an uptrend. Kind of in no man's land here. Kind of in no man's land. Momentum curling down as VWAP moves down on the day. Not what I'd like to see. Little burst of buying momentum from MACD on the day, getting really quickly extinguished here, looking very similar to early June on the MACD. And that's really not what we want. That is not what I want. That is not what we want. That would be ugly. RSI, nothing going on there. RSI on the day down under 50. Meh. I think the most compelling indicator right now and time frame for Bitcoin is the daily with just regular moving averages on it. Regular moving averages. We were able to take a short on this channel live, and I told you guys, maybe not a bad position or bad time to head short if you're uncomfortable at 66.5 when we were looking for the back test of the 50 daily as it crossed above the 100 daily. That's a bullish cross. Short played out, we've trended lower, and now it does seem we're stuck under this 20 daily. If you remember back to Monday, if you're able to watch that stream, I said there's really two scenarios that play out here. One, we move to the 20 daily, and then, unfortunately, probably moving down to that 200-day test. That's still in the cards, and with this lower low, I think that's pretty reasonable. I don't think that's a very spooky scenario, though. You may get a long liquidity sweep, an entry around 58.8, maybe as low as, what is this, 58.4, 58.5. Might be a decent long position, at least back again to the 20 daily. I think that's very probable to play out. We had a different scenario that I said was the more bearish scenario, so maybe this is the hopium you're looking for. I said if we move to 66K from here in a strong upward move and then reject, we're probably going lower. So it is good to see the chart maybe moving away from that more bearish scenario, kind of in the realm of the less bearish scenario. I powered up the vertical stream, and I see people joining it. Guys, if you're over on the vertical stream, if it's nice and skinny and tall, that means you're watching the mobile version of this stream. You can join us on the main one if you'd like. If you're on your phone and you're enjoying it, stay over there. That's fine. But just letting you know there are more viewers, more chatting going on the main stream. But I appreciate you tuning in either way. So at the moment, we are kind of at that 20 rejection. I would be looking for the 200 if we see selling continue today. But at the moment, it seems a little calm. Looking locally at the daily, we see, I'll call it a double bottom of candle closes at 60.2. We have wicked below it, but now our daily candle back above it. Buyers have come in, at least intraday. So let's mark this. Let's mark this on our chart. This is going to be where I'd like to see Bitcoin settle up today. What is up, my guy? Sesamone. Thamavone. Great name. Great name. This is where I'd like to see Bitcoin settle up today by market close, by 8 p.m. East, whatever. Somewhere in between 61.4 and 60.2 thousand. Let's get rid of these. Move on down again. Let's take a look at the 12-hour top-down analysis if you're tuning in for the first time. Every day as a trader, whether you're trading Bitcoin or stocks, whatever it is, you should start your day with top-down analysis. Easiest way to explain it, start on a really big time frame, check out all your indicators, check for anything that's changed, and continue to drop down in time frames until you're at those minutes, seconds, whatever it is, however close you zoom in. You'll have a much better grasp of what's going on in the bigger picture, and that's going to lead you to better trades. What also might lead you to better trades is our free trading course. It's on this channel. There is no paid trading course. All of our stuff's free. It's not a great business model, but I love to deliver value to you guys. So check that out after the live. There's tons of great videos that you can check out on all different kinds of topics. 12 hour. All right, cool. So the 12 hour did close above 60.2. That's a good first sign for the daily to hold this level, though certainly is not a guarantee. 12 hour on Market Cipher B looks rather ugly. Not showing confidence, not giving me the bullishness I was looking for. What's up, Sagar? Panmod, what's up, brother? If you subscribe while we're live, you will, whoa, getting a little crazy camera over there. If you subscribe while live, you will see our counter turn over. Maybe not instantly, but it gets there quick. What's up, BGN? Check out Bitcoin 1 CME chart. Yeah, dude. We'll check that out. Let me just kind of get through my ramblings here. Let me warm up my compass as I do every day live for you guys. Let's see. I'm going to throw fib on this. I'm going to connect our high here to our low. Not a lot of confluence. I guess our 0.5 sits pretty close to our weekly level. Not bad, but really not what I was hoping for either. Let's go down. Like 6 hour. 6 hour close, of course, because of the 12 hour close there. I'm not loving, as we zoom in, the multiple tests of support here. I do not like to see support tested more than, honestly, once is the best. The more times support or resistance are tested, the more probable the next move is to break through them. I don't like to see that. 6 hour, not quite as bearish as the 12. You see a little hope here. VWAP trending up. Money flow not breaking to a lower low. I'll take it. We got to take anything we can today. 4 hour. Bullish engulf currently with 2 hours 40 to go. A little bullishness here on the 4 hour Market Cipher B. Lower or higher low here on money flow. It is in the red, still bearish, but at least it's a higher low. It doesn't suggest further downside until money flow takes a swing at that zero line or pops into the positive money flow. That's what we tend to see. Momentum is pinching down here, so there is some hope for a retracement to the upside. Some hope today, maybe during the live stream. 2 hour. Not really look at the 2 hour much. Let's give it a shot. 2 hour green dot. Nice. Higher low, reflecting what we're seeing on the 4 hour. That does give us a little bit in the side of retracement to the upside. Hourly crappy, but interesting. This RSI is absolutely nuked again. Almost as low as the low from the 24th of June. Let's see. Let's compare. Almost as low. So no bullish divergence, unfortunately. But no bearish divergence either. I'll take that. Nah, just really no divergence at all. I kind of like that setup. Let's go down to the minutes here. 45 minute. Not great. Momentum is up, at least versus the last, I don't know, few days. Something like that. 30 minute. Let me make these smaller so we can keep the chart up. 30 minute climbing out of the grave. Oof, but still nothing great. Nothing really bullish. I could see, again, some upside movement, maybe 61.4. I could see this intraday, maybe during our live today, 61.4. This is a pretty serious support. It comes from our weekly time frame that we've been battling with over the last 100 days. You can see it being tested as support here on the 30th, again on Tuesday. Broken on Wednesday. We fell below, but we did not come back to test it as resistance. Now, it is not guaranteed that we do, but probability is what we trade on here, and probability is definitely looking at that 61.4 area. We'll get to, I'll do the CME for sure. Just give me a sec. Give me uno segundo. 15, really the same as the 30, not a lot of change. 10, giving us some hope for maybe a shorter term move here. Higher lows on money flow. That seems to be the only bullish thing we can assign or assess on this chart. You know, let's do this. Let's make it a trend line. A trend line and a prediction line. There we go. I'm not hating what I'm seeing here. Okay, this is also reflecting what I'm talking about. So kind of if you missed it or didn't really understand what I was saying, the higher lows, it's hard to say higher lows. I'm trying to say higher highs. The higher lows on money flow, we see money flow reaching a low. It makes a move towards zero, doesn't get there. Money begins flowing back out of the pair, but it doesn't reach as low as it did previously. And we're now seeing that 3 times. So on the 5 minute, I am seeing some signs of rolling over. Momentum is coming up. I want to see a little bit higher momentum here. It's kind of like a double top, but our lows are coming up. Our money flow is trickling away. And I think that does give us some kind of pop to the upside. And if we just look at the candles and we throw away all kinds of other analysis, which is a good practice, maybe not great to just trade on solely. But if we throw away our other analysis and we just look at our candles here, what do we have? We have our lows coming up. That's a good sign, better than the moving down. And we do have a relatively flat topped pattern. Now these wicks kind of throw it out, but you can see that even if price moves higher, it's getting sold back down to about 60.5, something like that. And when we see this pattern, we do typically see upside price action. We do tend to see reversals, whether they are local or bigger, we don't know. Right back up here. I don't hate it. I don't feel comfortable really placing a trade, though I say that, and then I'm probably going to do it. Like 60.2, 59.8. Let's see what our R to R is here. Placing it just up at 61.5. It gives us 2.7. I kind of like that. I like that. If we are willing to go less favorable R to R, we could look for a stop under 59.5. That's probably the safer bet, but I'm going to leave this here just like that, hoping that this pattern plays out somewhere like this. Wouldn't get too excited for moves above. We'll reassess if we get this and we'll give it another swing. So let me pull up Bitcoin 1. Admittedly, I have not been paying attention. Has anyone else been this way? We used to look at CME futures all the time. You can tell this is an old chart. I used to look at them constantly. But since the ETFs have come out, I don't know. I just haven't been paying as much attention to them. They aren't any less valid or any less important. Maybe they're a little less important. I think that's fair. But certainly they are in play and they are doing something. So let me update this chart quickly. It looks like back in February, we did fill our 52K gap. So I'm going to get rid of this, clean this up a little bit. Chart hygiene, guys, very importante. Do not forget. Our gap from the end of last year filled again. Done. There are some gaps here on the way up. I don't think I'm going to go through as fine-combed as I typically do with these. I'm just going to look for new gaps that have been painted in this range. And then maybe later I'll do the full thing. Gap filled. Gap filled. I'll leave that as a gap, or as not a gap. Maybe. Gap filled. There are not a lot of new gaps. What did your super chat say? BTC1 CME chart and apply the 300 DMA golden multiplier. Shows we're actually on track and well supported. All right, well, I'll take some hopium. I'll roll that up in my pipe. Golden multiplier. DMA golden. Okay. DMA. Average. DMA golden multiplier. You just mean moving average? Let me see what that looks like. Crypto Deneb, my guy. Thank you for the super chat. What are you? Is this a moving average you're looking for, or is this DMA golden multiplier its own thing? Or is it an oscillator? Just that information will help. That'll help me figure this crap out. There we go. I have a feeling this isn't what you're looking for, though maybe it is. Is this what you're looking for? 300 daily moving average. There it is. There it is. Correct. This is definitely a macro view of this chart. Taking a macro moving average like the 350 day. I'm not opposed to it. I definitely don't hate the way this looks. Let's kind of run through here. Looks like in our bear market back in 2018, we popped above. Let's find out. Found support there before moving higher. This was the most euphoric moment of my streaming career. Kudos to anyone who was here in June of 2019. Found support, kind of, double topped, fell below, found resistance, popped above, and then remained above. Interesting. We only came back to this 300 daily moving average. Looks like in January of 22, we lost it, flirted with it a little bit, and then I'll say rejected from it. Probably like on a weekly time frame, this will be rejection. We began unraveling, almost took it back here in April. We entered the most boring time in recent history in Bitcoin. You think it's boring right now? This was twice as long, so buckle in, buckle up. Retook it. No support test, but we stayed above it, and now into the bull market movement. I can agree with that. I can agree with that, and I can even agree with kind of just looking at 40K. I don't think there's a lot of new retail here, honestly. But if there is, and maybe they're theoretically somewhere, 40K gonna be a devastating number for those new buyers. If you bought Bitcoin anywhere in the last 100 days, and even maybe in this range, even in the ETF, pre-ETF times, 40K likely enough to fold those paper hands. I would say we're still very much bullish at 40K. You know, people don't like hearing that. What do you mean? It's because they're overexposed. They're over leveraged. Coming on up to the 382. So even our fib tool here agrees with us. Let me get rid of these. There we go. Smooth. There it is. Even our fib tool, looking at the entirety of this move, our 350 day sits right at the 382. A rather bullish retracement to bounce from. I'm not saying that this is going to happen, but if it does, I don't know. If we do make our way down here and bounce, that is a pretty bullish retracement. That would be very bullish. It would still hold the low from the ETF or earlier this year. I think in that scenario, you could expect maybe some wicking under the yearly open. But again, not saying this is happening, just taking a look. I like the confluence of those overlapping. It's not bad. I'd agree. I'd agree with you, man. There are many things. Honestly, the only thing suggesting that we are not in a bull market right now is just sentiment. Nothing on this chart. I mean, you could say, okay, price isn't going up. It's moving sideways. That's not a bull market. You have some claim there. We haven't seen this kind of price action in a Bitcoin bull run, but we also didn't see it back in last summer. We didn't see this price action either. 200 days and nothing. We didn't see any retracement. We didn't revisit our lows. There's a bunch of claims to be made. But yeah, an interesting take for sure. What I'm kind of looking at here is I don't see many gaps. I guess this is a very tiny gap. Right here is a very tiny gap that we touched today. So if you're in the camp of CME gaps are a crystal ball and they guaranteed show you the future, they don't. But if you are in that camp, 51.9, 59.1, 59.1, 45 right there. That would be the close on the 24th of June. This one's filled. This is janky. That's filled enough. No, it's filled by this. Cool. That was filled by our wick. Man, this low volatility makes finding these gaps very difficult. I'm going to leave it here. Am I missing any, guys? Is there any, like, are the big YouTube channels that clearly have the best TA, the million-plus subscriber channels? They have the best TA, obviously. How else could they have so many subscribers? That was a low blow. Anybody screaming from the rooftops about other gaps? Are there any I'm missing? What's a good cloud chaser? Probably Lex Algo has one. What's up, Bad Baptist? Good to see you, man. Eth will explode in the next 2 weeks. I like it. What's up? Cloud chasers right there. Views on Eth Bitcoin, we can do that. Legends in the chat. There are legends in the chat. Any other gaps? Other gaps people are like screaming about? I haven't heard as much gap talk. They're on treadmills. Nah, those ones actually have good TA. Tom Crown sent a message with the indicator. What? Is it not the 50 daily moving average then? That's what I would assume when I hear DMA. Golden ratio multiplier. All right, let's throw it on. Golden ratio. I still like the 350 daily moving average, so maybe we got something fancy there. Nah, that's not it. Golden ratio multiplier. There we go. All right. I'll give it another shot. FIFI? What the hell? Golden ratio multiplier. Shows up as PiFi. The golden ratio multiplier. All right, I'll add both of those. See which one. Or if they're the same thing. The golden ratio multiplier. No inputs here. But it did have 350, didn't it? It had 350. Let's see where that's at. Is it PiFi? What am I looking at here? What am I even looking at? 350 and it will appear. All right, I'll try that. I'll try 350. I'll try 350 if you guys try smashing that like button and that subscribe button. Okay, Bitcoin 350 DMA golden. Okay, well, that's very specific. Let's just pull up that because that's going to settle this debate. Debate settled. We found it. 350. I want this to be white. I want it to be fluck. All right, there we go. Interesting, I suppose. That's a lot of moving averages. That's a lot of moving averages, man. Let's see. Cross here. Interesting. 350 is down here. This has the bull market support band almost on it. This is the bull market support band right here. This looks like the 50-day here in blue. Fib. Okay, so what is it? Multiplying moving average prices by fib extensions by, I assume, like flat numbers, something. I'm not really sure how to read this. This is like the exact bull market support band. It isn't the 21 EMA and 20 MA because those have crossed recently, but this is so close. It seems actually pretty nice. Let me see if I can get rid of some of this noise. A 13, 21, 50 million fib, 100 million fib, custom. I'll keep that one. Fib 168. Okay, this looks kind of good. Cleared up a little bit of the noise on there. You know, this really, it kind of goes back to what I was saying at the beginning of the stream with the bull market support band. It is right at the same, it's like right there, right? This is a little bit higher, but regardless of that, you still see the same move last summer. It still fell below this band, moved sideways, popped back up. But yeah, I mean, still in trend. I feel like this is a dangerous one to use right now because it's so close and any lower it's broken. That's an interesting take. I like it. Gives us 66.2. That's right where the 50 and 100 are, even though this isn't the 50 or 100. I like that it's coming. I like that it's creating confluence with other things I was looking at. Team effort. That's right. We did it. All right. I'm moving on. Moving on from the CME chart. I appreciate you, my friend. Our trade place live. Bitcoin looking to like bashfully fill it, maybe. Let's see what happens. I'll put an alert. Bashfully fill. Go team. Speaking of go team, who's here today? Bad Baptist, my man, is here. I appreciate Bad Baptist. Appreciate you, friend. Christopher Abbott, Crypto Deneb, getting us in on that little rabbit hole of the golden multiplier. Crypto Kitty, Crypto Stevo, Drumhop, FNA Twiller, GoldenEye, Hazard Shot. I see some new names. I'm actually surprised. I see some new names. I didn't think there'd be anyone new tuning in. Over on the vertical stream, not as many chatters. I see Alexander Sawkin, Emmett Coley, Greg Savchuk, Randy. Randy, you're over there on the vertical stream. Are you on your phone? Watoshi. There you go. I gave you guys a little time to put in messages. Adam Thomas was the first one here. What's up, brother? Adrianti1. Boop. What's up, Boop? FNA Twiller, Folsom Hodel, Budman. What's up, Budman? How you doing? I like that name. Blue Sky. GoldenEye, Jib4, John Doe, Just a User, Kception, Casey Anderson. What's up, Casey? Moggy Games on Twitter. Go follow her. Mighty, Mike Bennett, Oh No Y2K, Peter Gideon, Psychedelic Astronaut, Randy again, both streams. I like that. Randy Greer, Saimano, Taxo Pari, Owen, Hickle, Tillin, Transparent Fitness, Tony Rosas, Tristan Martinez. Sorry if your names aren't Spanish. I just like saying Spanish names. And probably others I've missed. Before Crypto, my guy. How you doing? Go subscribe to him too, making good content. You're all here. You're all here. I like to hear it. To update on Meta Signals. Our sponsor, metasignals.io. They make the best trading signals in the game. Check them out. You can get a free trial with my link. We placed our most recent Meta Signals trade. It did hit TP1, now back below our entry. I still actually feel pretty good on that. Still looking good. Stop below 58K. Next take profit target 69.1. Let's go, Meta Signals. Let's go. Let's tune into some other stuff. We'll save and close. Let's tune into some other things moving, and then we'll take some requests. Tesla in beast mode, in absolute beast mode. Tesla almost back to 250. I was like, wait a minute, why is Tesla in post? That just melted my brain a little bit. I guess we have a half day in trading on TradFi. Guy, traditional markets are a scam. I mean, that's obvious. Half days? What's a half day? Like, what? It's not even July 4th. Like, it's not even July 4th. If it feels July 4th, okay, but you're just not even going to trade then for no reason. For no reason. It's wild. Tesla putting in a bonkers day, though. Like I said earlier, I'm getting a little jealous of stocks. Tesla, in a half day of trading, up 7%. However, you can see when we zoom out now on the weekly, it is rather bullish, but this big move, 25% this week, still really not out of the muck, out of the weeds here. Tesla needs to see as high as 306, and then it can start claiming some upside, claiming some bullishness. Crypto.net memberships, my guy. Cool. Enjoy the emojis. I missed some subscribers too. I'm a little ADD today, as always. Corny, London Broda, Chawi Sang, Daddy T-Butt. What's up, Daddy T-Butt? Rizk Yaki Himawan, Anwar Riser, Thashil Rama, Army Boys, and many others subscribed. If I missed you, let me know in the chat. Bitcoin, fill in that trade instantly as I look away. It does that regularly. It's very shy, Bitcoin. Doesn't like being looked at. Doesn't like when you pay attention to it. Let's see. Smash this guy. Ooh, gifting some memberships. I'd like to see that. I like it. Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah, Crypto.net. Thank you, my friend. Paul Wood, Taxo Hazard, congrats. You want a green QQ? Kicks in crypto. Used to watch you before you even showed face and and had only magnets. It's funny how many people remember that time, because it was over 5 years ago now. And it wasn't that long. It was really only like a few months when we started up the channel. But kudos. Cheers, brother. Love to see people coming back. Love how, like, the viewership we have of OGs here. A great argument for the Discord. Lots of crypto OGs, lots of good knowledge in there, not just coming from me, but from our whole community. 115,655 strong. So make sure you jump in there and get your VIP access by signing up with any partner in the video description below. You can see Tesla still has a long way to go. Honestly, I think it is moving back to 300, like maybe 275 minimum. And then we're going to see what happens here. That is a bullish setup, man. You fell from your high, you move back up, higher high, higher low, and now you're on your way back up. Screw you, Tesla. Give me my gains back. NASDAQ breaking to all-time highs here on July the 3rd, right before the 4th. And I guess NASDAQ still trading. Was Tesla halted then? I don't understand. Why is Tesla not trading on NASDAQ? Why is it saying post? I don't get it. I don't understand TradFi. It's a scam. It's a scam. NASDAQ, all-time highs today. Maybe it'd be cool if you shared some of those goodies with us over here at Crypto. Thanks, NASDAQ. On the chart right now, I have signals and overlays combined with price action concepts from LuxAlgo, our other sponsor. You can get a free month trial by using my link. They make the best indicators in the world. Let's check the Qs. QQQ, also at all-time highs, tickling that 500 mark. Like, what in the hell, guys? It's so weird. As someone who has watched Bitcoin all day, every day for 8+ years, it is weird to be in this situation. Bitcoin moving sideways while these indices hit all-time highs, while some stocks go nuts. I can't explain it, but if I had to explain it, I would say it's part of Bitcoin's difficulty, maybe, moving sideways here, while other things, Nvidia goes nuts, some stocks go nuts, kind of luring people to sell. You know, we're at 100 days of sideways. If we're going to make the next move up, Bitcoin predictably will spend some time getting people to rotate out, getting people to kind of second guess, why isn't this moving? I'm missing the boat, right? We saw this in the previous cycles much more concretely than we do now, but we saw a similar kind of seesawing, I call it, of capital in crypto, where Bitcoin would make big moves, alts would dump. Then alts would kind of trade sideways, Bitcoin would pull back, alts would go nuts. And it would do the same thing that I'm kind of seeing here from Bitcoin and stocks, of getting people in and then waiting and getting them impatient, having them fold because they're bored, having them fold because, oh my God, that altcoin's running. And in the past cycles of crypto, what we saw is essentially retail traders jumping into whatever was pumping, jumping out of whatever was pumping into Bitcoin or whatever other coin, just to see that coin pump, their coin go sideways and do nothing, and basically get them out, get them jumping around and on the wrong side of the trade. That's how I would explain it if I had to. But I don't know. I don't think anybody has the answer. MPC, my beautiful MPC, you're doing so well. Not doing as hot right now, unfortunately. I thought we were going to new all-time highs last week. Well, technically we did, but I thought we were going to continue. MPC losing some of its power here. I wouldn't say that MPC is cooked, but this isn't great. You had a really strong setup here. You had a strong pullback with the rest of the market in June. You recovered. You went to a new all-time high. Things were looking good. MPC was really kind of divorcing itself from the rest of the market. And with this move over the last few days, maybe not as much so. There is still hope. It doesn't, mean it's over for it. But definitely not having that same strength that we've seen. Possibly just going to see a higher low wick here. That's what you've got to pray for if you're heavily invested in it. But man, I don't love that. Hopefully you hold 14 cents. If you lose June's low, this chart looks like crap. It looks like back to 10 cents. I'm not there yet. Not there yet. This could still just be an oscillator reset. You can still see this play out very bullishly. Something like this. You can still see this happen. But the lower you go, the farther this becomes, right? The less probable this becomes. Let's go. Let me check my alerts. Let me check the rest of them here quickly. Pull up this short stream chat. I'm sorry, short stream. Greg looking at XRP. Emmett, it reacts to the emotion of the masses. That's very wise, very true. Go Fast telling people to buy Bitcoin if they want, or XRP if they want to be a millionaire. I mean, at the pace it's been at, how long? What's the timeline on that? I'm just jabbing at you, bro. What do you think of the Caspa chart? We can take a look at Caspa. At the Caspas. I'm gonna go through the rest of these alerts though, quick. Won't be long. Apple all-time highs. My jealousy intensifies as Apple continues its beautiful rally. Even I'm feeling a little like, damn, I should own some stocks. I'm not buying stocks now. I'll buy the next time people think the stock market's over. 220 on Apple. Where are we going next? Let's just look at our extension here. 225 is our 1618. 242, I'd say like 250. Maybe a solid target if that rally continues. Heading on over to Bonk. Bonk made some moves. Wow, Bonk has a tall top wick from yesterday. Pulling back, honestly, looking a lot like Bitcoin if it ends up lower than what, like last Thursday down here. It's at 22.3, under 21.5, going to be looking very similar to Bitcoin. Weakness showing here as it failed to reach back to its 0.5 and 618 retracement. It came close, but it looks like it rejected before then. Hopefully these lows hold, because then you're still in an uptrend. Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. Not a bad take. But at the moment, that's looking pretty mids. Pretty mids at this second. GME. You know, GME is actually looking better as time goes on. I wouldn't buy this because I'm convinced that GME, the company, along with, I don't know, the New York Stock Exchange, NASDAQ, I feel like they're all colluding to not let this rally. They'll probably just, you know, if this happens next week or this week, they'll probably just print another 75 million shares or something, just out of nowhere, dilute it. That's why we love Bitcoin. Can't do that. But it's looking, the longer it stays here, I think the better it's looking. Get something like this. Maybe you broke it. I think it's looking better if it doesn't nuke. Daily money flow looking good, actually. I might be looking for a retracement on GME. We nailed GME trades this year. Nailed them. Let's say 32. I could see 32 this week. Tesla we already got. Here we go. To the Caspa. To the Caspa. Again, kind of the same as, what was it that I was just looking at? MPC. Caspa, kind of a similar setup here. I think Caspa actually looks stronger right now than MPC. You have the same as Bonk, the higher highs, higher lows, right? Good, uptrend, beautiful. What I like here and what I think gives Caspa kind of the edge versus those other charts is this higher low right here. Mid-June, you hit an all-time high, you pulled back, and unlike many of your other coins that nuked right back down to their lows, Caspa held pretty strong here at 15, moved back up, again breaking its all-time high. So a trade here can be made very easily. I don't know how successful it'll be, but it could easily be placed. Let me see what that might look like. Take our fib from our low to our high. I don't see any like clear level that I really like. Nothing stands out to me. Let's do this. I think this makes sense. 15.2. Betting on that weekly fair value gap being filled by a wick, hopefully, but not breaking below its previous week's lows. So we can look to set a stop near there. Now, targets for the upside depends how you'd run this, whether it be perps or spot. If you're gonna trade perps or spot, you should use one of my links. It helps support the stream and you'll get VIP access in our Discord. But I think back at the top of the candle, 19 cents. Yes, you can continue higher. Yes, you can put on more gains if you're bullish on Caspa. But I probably would stray away from higher targets than the all-time high unless I was trading spot. Then I would be okay with it. Something like this. Break your all-time high, like 25 cents maybe above. Could be a good spot target. But I like this. 25% upside, 10% downside, 2.5-ish to 1. Not a bad trade. Although, for the scalper, I'm just noticing, if you're very bullish on Caspa, you might be much closer to a trade than I imagined. Sitting right here, this is your weekly resistance. That might not be a bad spot to look to scalp as well. Let's see what that would look like. One sec. Computer's a little freezy. There we go. Same target, 19 cents. Front run that 20. Now the stop, maybe we can get a stop from the day, but now just inefficiency here. This makes this like kind of a knifey trade. This move up with very little pullback doesn't give me confidence of support below. So I think we set our stop very tight here. Very tight. The tightest. That 4 to 1, 12 12% upside, drawdown 3%. I think that could be traded. That's definitely going to be a scalping trade, though. Definitely for a specific kind of trader. Looking to get in and out, not looking to hold a position. I think this is the better trade, though. There you go. I'm going to put this in the Discord in our VIP trade section, which many of you have access to. Boom. How to join the mainstream. I don't know if you're still here, Horcrux. Just, if you're at the horizontal one, just go to the channel, Tom Crown, youtube.com/Tom Crown. Maybe I'll show you guys. Little walkthrough. If you are on, yep, not Google account, view my channel. If you are on this stream, you can go to the channel page and you'll see both of our lives. There's almost 500 people on the main. We got about 100 on the horizontal, or on the vertical, on the short stream. Good stuff. Whatever you want to be, whatever you want to do. I'm happy you're here watching. You should also then, though, go on over to the playlists. Check out that beginning, or the trading course. It says for beginners, but it's really for everyone. You'll find them down here. Lots of great videos. Topics like fair value gaps, Elliott wave, liquidity, smart money concepts, fib retracements, trend lines, market structure, order blocks. It never ends. They're all free. There's no paywall. You should check them out. What's up, Curtis Neal? You're over there. I see you. AVAX? All right. We can look at AVAX. I want to pull up the AVAX chart, though. I don't want to look at it in this quick way. Hit like for the champ. Thank you, Babyface. Babyface Crypto. Let's take a peek here. AVAX still where it is. That was a very cheeky entry back here. 2371. This looks, honestly, on the day, this looks just like what Bonk is doing. Hit the lower low, came up, hasn't broken its low like Bitcoin. I think that's still a pretty good trade. If it comes. Yeah. That coil's burnt. Don't smoke. Smoking's bad. If that trade comes, 25 flat might be a decent entry. Looking for that higher low, and I would then probably only target 32.75. You can get about a 3-to-1 just below your low, 23.30-ish. I think that could be a decent trade. Something like that. See how that plays out. Decent trade. Let me see. Indicators, you doing anything? RSI in the dirt, really suggesting maybe it's not time to get bullish on it. Money flow, not superb either. What do we got? Where's our moving averages? Very attractive. Well, all right. Two things. One, below the 200-day, not a good sign. Not a good sign, guys. Losing that 200 daily moving average is pretty rough. However, you are below all your moving averages. So if you lose 23.50, send it to Valhalla, man. But these moving averages above are very attractive to price. There's liquidity there. So even if you see a failed rally that then nukes lower, good odds of moving back up here. That lines up with our upside targets. I think that is the way I'd play it. Kind of putting that in perspective, you can see AVAX lost its 200 daily back in April of 22 and basically struggled to retake it until November of 23. Lost it again back here in May. Not the best chart. Not the best chart on the short term, though. Anything can change at any time. I think the hopium here is to be looking for that falling wedge. That falling wedge from our descending high trends and our low trends here. I'll place it as a triangle. I know you guys like shapes better. There you go. I think that's the hope. I don't know where you find the low. I don't really feel AVAX has support until $12 if it loses 23, but you're playing on that hope that you're in a descending wedge and you're looking to break to the upside. There it is. NEM versus IOTA. That's a strange pairing, my friend. Mr. Deneb, did you gift more memberships? You Chad. Speaking of Chads, Ruben Jackson. What's up, Ruben Jackson? Any time now you can play a little alert thing. Devin Bewick. What's up, Devin? There it is. Ruben Jackson, Devin Bewick. Abdino, F, Altab, Alam, Jocks, 1000, Mason, Movies, Corn. Lots of new names. I'd love to see it. Didn't expect that today. Welcome, fam. If you're here for the first time, don't be shy. Say hi. Today's a chilling day. Am I going to cover the Fed minutes? Are they today? If they're today, no. I goofed it up. Should've. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Link break the local structure. Link has not looked great. What happened to DGen? That's on Fridays, baby. That'd be DGen Friday. Today is Clickbait Wednesday. But I did not clickbait you. Been a long time, Pixel Solid. Welcome back, brother. Welcome back. We got some people coming on in. Link, dude, Link looks terrible. Like, I will say it. Link looks terrible. Looks terrible. Doesn't mean it has to nuke, right? But I think it looks terrible. I've been saying this for a while now. I don't like this price action. I don't like this test, lower, high, test, right? Each time you test that, what is this? Roughly $12, $13 as support, it weakens. And each time additionally you test it, the probability of it breaking increases, leading to lower downside. Now you do have some support, unlike AVAX. You got some support closer, which is good. 1450. This would be a solid place to look for support. The more doomium targets down here, back in 2020, what was it? 2020, I guess it was actually late 23 when Link broke through resistance there. I said, I'll wait for 950. I'll wait for down here. Maybe I'll buy some there. Boop, boop, boop. You broke through. Didn't make it to a new all-time high. Lower high. If you lose this support, maybe you get a bounce at 1150. If you don't, you're coming on down to pay the piper. I'll buy some Link there. If it ever comes. It may never come. But if it does, I'll buy it. Kind of just in no man's land. Yeah, I don't love that, man. You gotta get up. You gotta... What would make me feel better about Link is if it could maybe just even to $17 and then pull back and then find that same support at 15. Build that support higher. You found resistance there. You found resistance as you fell. Build support higher. Stop testing $12. If you keep testing $12, you're going to lose it. Get up there. Do some lifting. Do the heavy lifting. There we go. Our Bitcoin trade filled. And let's be honest, this is following, for now, exactly what we were looking for. We're looking for a higher low to continue this pattern. Then we're looking for a retest of our relatively flat top up here. Let's call it 60.5. Wait, what? Wait, what? Did that just move? Did I just move this? There it is. Tried to do this. Can't copy it for no reason. If you're an intraday trader or just looking for a scalp and you took that position, maybe. Since now we're past the low, maybe you only look for that 60.5. You can get a crappy risk to reward like 1.6. Just targeting 60.5 with your stop below the recent low. Because remember, if you lose this low, this isn't happening. The thesis for the trade. Dude, what is going on? TradingView, you are pranking me today, dude. What is happening? I just drew that line and I hit undo and then it undoes something else. What in the actual hell? This channel is becoming more and more just TradingView pranking me. If you lose this low, you're not painting this pattern. So your trade thesis isn't validated. You probably don't want to be in that trade. That could be said. Maybe you move the stop up even if you're targeting 61.4. Right? Something. None of this is financial advice. You guys have to learn to cook yourselves. And this channel is here to help you learn to cook. It's not going to cook for you. We're just here to help you learn. Tom, it's in 2 minutes. I guess I missed the Fed minutes. I let you all down. That would have been a great stream. Womp. Would have been a great stream. But screw it. I don't feel like changing everything up. We're already an hour in. We'll be covering the FOMC at the end of this month. It's on July 31st. It is the day before I move to my new house, so you better be there out of appreciation and hustle, because I'm still going to cover it. It's going to be wild. Trading View is on crack. Legends. You're the GOAT. What's up, Crypto Pollo? Cluck, cluck. Give some levels on Gala? Yeah, sure. Cluck, cluck, he says. Because he is Crypto Chicken. Crypto Chicken. Just take a look at Gala for you. Oof, do not like what I opened to see. Let's get on a bigger time frame. Ugh, this chart looks like shit, dude. Okay. Good news, you haven't broken your last quarter low. So at the moment, even though we have a red candle here, don't put any stock in it. Below 2.521 cents, and then you can put some stock in it. What I don't like here on the quarterly is you don't have any efficiency. You don't have any moves up and down. It's just up. If you lose that open, you do have a chance of bouncing at 2 cents from your yearly open Q1 low, but I wouldn't put a lot of confidence on it. Let's zoom back in. Or no, let's do this first. 6.9 cents. Decent take profit target for any position that, if it gets back up there. Yeah, I already don't like this. This wick. This 252 cents. Lux Algo, not signals and overlays. Price action concepts giving us the order block down here, right in between our two supports. I mean, there's your main levels, bro. I would say 2 cents flat. The bullish scenario, if it continues selling, would be like a bounce at 218 at the monthly open of February. But I'm going to leave it here at 2. Really, you want to hold that 2 cent area. Looking down on the month, you have resistance up here, 4.1, 4.3 from your monthly order block. As we zoom in, we do see that support getting more exact on Lux Algo, price action concepts. Get your free trial with my link. That's confident building. I like that. But it really puts the whole chart in perspective. It's like right here to me as an analyst is the most important price on this chart. Ideally, it doesn't go there. Ideally, the low is in here, just dicks around a bit, comes back up to 4.1. That'd be great. But you can't lose this. You lose this and you're back to your lows. Ugh. Oh, man. I have Gala. I'm right here with you. I don't have a lot of Gala, but I have some amount. I'm here with you. This is not great for my bags. 1, 2 tests of 2.52 cents. Lower highs, sideways trading. Now we're seeing it come right on back there. If you're really optimistic on Gala, maybe you can open it along there. Maybe. I don't know if I'm as ballsy enough to do that, but like stop maybe right below 2.5 cents. You can get a risk to reward that's favorable. Something like that. But man, that's honestly, I think that's betting against the less probable outcome. Right? Something like this. There you go. Gala in the bag, my friend. Appreciate you, Crypto Pollo. I also appreciate Muzamil Ashraf that subscribed. Wasim also subscribing. Sugar Wackode MVB. Valero Silva. Rahul. Ruben Jackson already got that one. If you're out there and you haven't subscribed yet, join our fam, man. We're bullish. We're bullish. I haven't had the subscriber count in the foreground, so it hasn't been updating. But if you subscribe, this will update. Your name will pop up. It'll be fun. Big Boss, you're a big fan. I'm a fan of you, brother. No rate cut. No, so Gerben, I should have covered the minutes because those are big streams for us. We get a lot of views. There's a lot of traffic for it. However, the minutes are not going to be an update. The FOMC minutes that I guess are coming out right now are just a summary of the last FOMC. So last month's FOMC. And in those minutes, you can get some new insight because it will have kind of the discussions behind the scenes of the decision. but you'll never get like an interest rate cut on the minutes. The minutes they're not an announcement of a new action. They're better described as further detail of the previous action they took when they did not increase or decrease interest rates. I should cover them. I'm bummed I didn't. I'm bummed I didn't know about it. Is what it is. Next tight. Is what it is. We'll get them in what, August? Sorry, guys. We do have the FOMC on the 31st this month, so tune in then. Mark your calendars. There's your Gala. What's up, R2D2C3PO? Good name. First timer. ZRO. You know, I've been meaning to look at ZRO on stream because I've seen it pop into the top 100. I've seen it popping back in. Let's cover it. Where's the bigger history? Might not have the bigger history. It's annoying. Let's do ZRU. No full history yet. I guess it's too fresh. Too freshly traded. Let's just pull it up on Binance. Okay. Binance has more history than Coinbase. Let's do this. ZRO hit a new all-time high in the last 3 days, though it's only traded for two-ish weeks. So not that surprising. Not quite as meaningful versus maybe a coin that's been around for a while hitting a new all-time high. Long position, I think this trade can be made. I'm going to place this only because there's nowhere else close to price that I would be interested at all in buying. This move up, no support. None. Just up. You built some resistance, broke down, built some support, you broke down, hit your bottom locally or on a more major time frame, who knows? You came to a new all-time high, now you're selling off again. With the way the rest of the market's been moving, you're probably looking for lower, I'm not going to lie. But I could look to take a long from $3.58. This was your opening price on Binance. This is a significant price to the chart, mainly for that reason. You traded higher, lower, and the next day you opened lower, you rejected from there as resistance. You did not really acknowledge it on the way up, so if it's gonna keep moving, if it's gonna hit these extension targets up here at like $5, $4.92, I'll call it 5, I like that. $5. You're gonna do it from here. If you don't do it from here, you're gonna spend likely a long time digging around, and maybe come back up then, who knows? I want to see it hold. I want to see that hold. On lower time frames, which are more important to it, because that's really all it got. I like this. You found resistance there again, so our lower time frames giving us some confluence. Higher low into your all-time high. I like this for a bounce. Now the $5 target might be a little lofty. Might be a little lofty. If the market was hotter, I think I would be on board with that much more confidently. Let's see. See what else we can target here. 412. The risk to reward is not really what I like taking, but for a more conservative trader or maybe a faster paced trader, that's probably where I'd be looking. Boom. Right there. There's your levels. There it is. ZRO in the books. I'm going to put that in the trading group real quick, just because I have never posted a zero chart. Granite Shares. Granite Shares emailed me. I think they're an ETF provider. Let's check back to the corn. Did my trade get wrecked? Nope. Still playing. Still moving sideways. You know what Bitcoin's waiting for? It's waiting for me to end the stream. It always does. Always does. Doesn't ever want to let old Tom Crown be live when something spicy happens. I notice. Nah, let's just leave that line. I like it. This has been a stream, boys. It's been a stream. If you're out there and you haven't subscribed, do me the honor and the favor of making this subscriber count roll. get your name up on the stream, cement it forever on my YouTube channel, like Anrag Saravasta and Peter Gideon, Joe Oliver, amongst all the other chads who subscribed today. Lots of them. Love it. Good stuff. If you're new and you've subscribed today, we'll be live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 1 p.m. East, as we always are, and then randomly when it's really spicy. And yeah, at every FOMC. You should join the Discord because it's the best way to keep up with our live streams. YouTube doesn't always give you notifications. Still don't know why. Maybe they're trying to hide this alpha from you. Don't let them win. Join the Discord. In the Discord, if you sign up with any of the partners in the video description below, you will get access to all of our exclusive VIP trading rooms. You can't even pay to get in. You just got to sign up. Speaking of signing up, shout out to our sponsors, Meta Signals and Lux Algo. I've been using them today during the live, showing them off. You will get free trials using my link with both. Good stuff. They're the best in the biz. I wouldn't accept anything from not best in the biz companies. Let me see. Last thing that I want to share with you guys is right here. I'll be in Nashville at the end of this month for Bitcoin 2024. It's going to be a really good time. I love these events. Love these events. My link is in the video description below if you want to get tickets. They're discounted. I don't really care if you use my link or not. I would love to see you guys there. I love running into you when I'm at events. We'll grab a brew. I don't know. It'll be a good time. There's a lot of fun partying to be done in these. So hopefully I see some of you guys there. That's all for me today. Happy 3rd. Hope you all have a great 4th of July. We'll be live again on Friday. What's up, Ashley Wells? You, the woman. You're the best. Good to see you. We'll be live on Friday after the 4th. I'll probably be hungover, but I'll do my best not to be. See you.